All right, Jeremy, we're getting ready to get this fight underway. Like I said, for people that don't follow TOC or that might be the first time here, this is a rematch.
Yeah, and this is an evenly matched rematch. I mean, you're not talking about, like, there's a big deciding factor on either side. Like we was talking earlier in the last one, you know, it was a well-placed body shot that, you know, started the decline of Eric, you know, and so I'm interested to see where this one goes. Eric instantly going for a takedown.
He's pretty deep in on it, too. Ray did a good job to stuff that.
Looks like he's going with a different strategy for this fight. Going for a trip and allows Ray to wind up in a top position right here.
Yeah, he was working hard for that trip, and Ray's actually in a pretty good position. I would, you know, like to see him try to pull his back off the cage and maybe get some damage off.
Yeah, and he has to be careful because Eric does have one butterfly, and the good thing is it's the butterfly towards the cage, opposite of the cage, so, you know, it's going to be hard to sweep him to that side. But Ray's doing a good job of actually trapping the butterfly inside there.
Yeah, Ray stepped over, and Eric does a good job getting back through to half. Ray lands a couple pretty nice elbows.
That one was a hard elbow, just as you said that one. That one was a hard elbow. Right now, Eric's in a pretty bad position.
Yeah, I'd like to see Eric, try to get out of here. You can't take too many of those elbows. That adds up in a hurry.
No, the position he's in, he's going to have a hard time getting out because Ray has his, well, he just slid it out, but the bottom leg for Eric was trapped in between Ray's other two legs, but he almost worked it out, and now it's back in there.
Yeah, Ray's in a really good position, but I don't want to see this fight over this early.
No, and now he's got the bottom leg trapped, and he's got the bottom arm trapped with the top arm with the other arm. It's right now Eric's in a really bad position.
Ray landed some pretty hard hammer fists to the bottom. Eric's working hard though, man. He's determined to get out of here. Yeah,
but he's just constantly, I mean, just directly underneath the right arm that Ray keeps throwing.
You can hear Eric's corner, Grand Prix, you know, screaming instructions, and there he goes. Great job to get back to his feet, man. He was in a really bad position.
Absolutely. Tried to go for that inside sweep again. Ray with the ankle pick.
Yeah, really nice ankle pick by Ray. And you can see some of the damage on Rodriguez's face from some of those elbows and hammer fists.
Omoplata, locking up a omoplata.
He's actually got it in a good spot, too, because Ray cannot roll forward because of the cage, but Ray does a good job the turning.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice counter by Holston.
Oh, vicious shot.
Punch, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
Oh, it's all right. That was a pretty intense moment. You know, omoplata isn't something you see pulled off in the cage very often.
But, you know, Rodriguez went for it in the perfect spot because Ray was facing the cage, and, you know, to counter it, you have to roll forward.
Yeah.
And there was nowhere to roll, so if you're ever going to go for one, he picked the perfect spot to do so.
Yeah, and it was interesting how Ray got out of it, too. You know, he just worked his hips.
Yeah, he did a good job, turned himself away from the cage and got turned. If you're Greg Ring over here in Ray's corner, what do you got to say?
Basically, keep doing what you're doing. You know, it's working. Watch the trip, but just keep doing what you're doing. What about you? If you're in Eric's corner, what are you telling him?
Well, you know, I don't think Eric did anything bad in that round. He worked so hard for that trip, he got himself in a little bit of a bad spot, and most of the damage he took came from that. Other than that, it was a really good round for both men. So I tell him, you know, if you're going to commit to the takedown, just be careful and, you know, try not to, you know, to get yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with you. He's definitely going to have to set up that takedown to get it.
Well, he was really patient, though, and worked hard to get back to his feet and did a great job getting back to his feet.
He did, and sometimes what people don't realize, it gets frustrating laying there on the ground. You just have to wait for the opportune time.
Rodriguez opens up with a pretty nice body kick.
Your phone's right here.
out in the second round, you know, they're not going for the takedown, and just as I say that, Ray gets a takedown.
Yeah, definitely working it.
Rodriguez doing a good job working his guard up high. Rodriguez looks like he's definitely working toward that triangle.
Yeah. Ray's a veteran, though. You know, anybody can land anything at any given time, but to land the triangle on Ray, you're really going to have to be careful in setting it up.
Ray's going to have to keep pressure on this leg. Looks like Rodriguez has got that ankle wrapped up pretty good there. So Ray's definitely going to stay in this position and keep himself up. Yeah,
Eric let go of it just as you said that, but you made a good point there. You know, anytime they can turn it into that ankle and, you know, turn it into a knee bar or ankle lock or anything like that. So you definitely want to be careful when they're holding that.
Well, you know, he had several possibilities of ankle lock, you know, heel hook, whatever. So Ray did a good job to keep weight on that leg and get it on out of there.
Yeah, he now being calm and patient, got him pushed back up against the cage. Landing some body shots now.
Rodriguez doing a really good job. I mean, he's cool as a cucumber, even in the worst possible spot. You know?
Yeah, and he ate some vicious shots there in that first round and finding himself back in a similar position. There's the ankle lock we was just talking about. Ray trying to get it.
Ray's still holding on to it hard. He's actually, I think he's looking for that heel hook now.
Yep.
Rodriguez did a good job to fight out of all that. Now he's got Ray's back. So see what Ray's defense looks like here.
Ray's going to have to be careful. He's almost got it underneath the chin, if not underneath the chin.
He's pretty close, but Ray had almost turned back into him, but now Ray's in a really bad position.
He's almost turned to him. He's back to him now.
Rodriguez did a good job to get that butterfly in and almost turned Holston back over, but...
yeah, that was a fast transition by both guys.
Yeah, we've got Holston back on top now, and he's did a good job controlling the position and landing a lot of damage.
Yeah, we're right back to... This is almost the same position, you know, beginning of the match, only except a little bit different position on the cage. Okay, Keith, so after 2 rounds, let me ask you, if you're sitting in Ray's corner right now, what's your advice you're giving him?
Well, honestly, you know, I'm just going to ask him for more of the same. I may ask him, you know, if he's on top and in a good position, you know, not to go for a, you know, heel hook or an ankle lock, just maintain the position, you know. Both guys have done a pretty good job of controlling and doing damage from the top. So, you know, if we get that Cadillac position, let's just hold on to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess if I'm Grand Prix right now, you know, basically, you know, trying to tell Eric, hey, let's try to keep yourself out of that bad position. You know, maybe I would try to tell him to stand for a minute, take away some of the initial going to the ground, and see if we can't change the outcome of this fight.
Yeah, both of these guys has fought a really good fight, and it's been, you know, it's been as good a fight as we thought it would be. You know, again, I always try to score them in my mind, but this is another one of those fights I've got so wrapped up in. I really don't know who's winning right now.
Right now, you know, it's a close match. I'd say, in my mind, Ray's got the first 2 rounds, but you know, it doesn't mean that Eric can't change that around.
Rodriguez working hard for the takedown. He's in fairly good on that single. Ray doing a good job pushing the head.
Yeah, but Eric's not giving up on it. Oh, good job by Ray. Oh, and got him in a bad position. That just looks uncomfortable.
Well, this is one of those positions you can't really get out of it. You're going to get some shots landed on you.
And if he can't get that arm out, you know, The refs, he finally works it out.
Well, you know, it's one of those things you're going to have to work to get out of that. And Rodriguez did a great job hanging in there, being tough, getting out. But that's one of those positions when you get in it, you're going to eat some punches.
Yeah, he should be thankful that was in the third round. You know, both guys are pretty sweaty. Had that been in the first round when they was dry, I don't think that arm would have come back out like that. But
probably not. Plus those punches, man, when you're dry, they sit on you a whole lot better than they do when you're sweating and the Vaseline's melted off of you a little bit.
Yeah. Like you say, once you build up a ladder, you know, the gloves will slide off. When you're working submissions, the arms and stuff will slide in and out.
Ray looking for a shoulder choke. It's a good control position, but it's hard to finish somebody from there. But he has done a good job to get himself back to full mount.
Yep. Marcelo checking the arm to make sure that he was okay. Like you say, he's going to have to pass over. And
Eric working hard for the sweep, and looks like Ray's going to ride it over and take the back.
Yeah, now Ray's really good from the back too. So got a body triangle set up.
Yeah, Ray's got that body triangle locked up tight, and you know, for those of you that don't know, when the foot is not on the mat and it's up high like that puts tremendous pressure on you.
And Ray's locking up a rear naked now. He's got it.
Yeah, he's got it. Fight's over.
What a fight.
It was everything I thought it would be.
Absolutely. And that's two evenly matched guys.
Yeah, man, both of these guys are. They got, you know, big hearts, big talent, and I'd like to see them do it again.
Absolutely. I mean, there would be nothing wrong in seeing a third matchup of that. Both fighters put a lot into that, man.